Welcome everyone. We are going to get our 1x for our roof. Now the waves in these boards are not terrible, and I hope the camera's picking this up for you where you can see just the slight variations underneath here. And we're going to try to remove those. Let me get these things clamped in and we'll see how the saw does on a skim cut. Make sure we get everything pulled in nice and square. And out of the three of them, this is our tallest one, it looks like. That's about 1/8 of an inch sliding across through there. And by cutting all three of them at the same time, it's also going to ensure that they're the same size. Let's see how the 126 does as far as taking 3/16 of an inch off of this and cutting all three of these at the same time. It's already hot out here, guys. We are probably going to be north of 100 degrees today. So I decided to get this done a little early. Look at that, guys. That's less than 1/16 of an inch there. And that is absolutely good results from a sawmill like this. And we can roll that stuff up if we wanted to. Boy, that'd make great shims if you had different projects going on that you need to shim up. And this is just a matter of making everything exactly the way we need it now. I hope the camera's grabbing that. That is dead on 8 inches. So now when we lay these down on our roof system, it's going to be just under 16 feet long to cover our rafters. We're going to have a nice line there. Because again, we'll be able to see all of this material as we're looking up into the vaulted ceiling. And it is going to look nice. Let me show you this other pile I have going on. Those are perfect now. So these 1x's are hitting our 8-inch mark in width. But we're getting some live edge down here as we get to the end of the board. And I'm just going to lay these guys out to wherever 8 inches stops to the edges here and trim this back. That way when we get up there and we're actually putting the roof together, we won't be thinking this is a full 14-foot board. Double check my line there. That's absolutely as much as we're going to get out of this one. And building in a remote location, taking everything here to the cabin build, I try to get as much cut as I can here. That way when we get up there and we're operating with less tools and modern necessities, it is a little easier. It doesn't have to be exact there. I'm just making sure that we've got rid of all the live edge that we don't need. Out of the way. That line I have here is pretty good. Now, even though these are 1x, because they're oak, these things are still heavy. That's probably equivalent to a 4x4 if it was pine and 8 feet length. This stuff is heavy, and it's also green. Now, as I was separating these this morning, in this pile we're going to have 1x5s that come straight off of our timbers, and we also had some 1x6s, and what I'm going to do is trim everything down to 5 inches. So our target for the roof will be a 5-inch width board, a 7-inch width board, and an 8-inch width board, and that'll make a really nice staggered line coming up through the system as we put this thing together. So I definitely got to trim some of these guys out. That'll deal with most of the live edge, and there's some of these that we do, like this guy down here on the bottom, we do need to trim completely back and take care of all of the bark line there. But nothing's wasted. Even the shortcuts that we have there that we just made off of our 8-inch planks, I'm going to save those in case we need them for any type of short spans or repair or anything like that. And these guys are running at about a 7 1/4 width, so we will have to take a 1/4 of an inch off of these as well to get everything down to the same size. And we'll have to make us a handful of those. I think I'm going to be a little bit short to get the roof completely decked out, but we'll know by the end of the day exactly how much more we need to saw. So by the time we get this fastened to the roof line, everything should be really nice and straight as we're looking up and admiring all this beautiful wood. The hickory, honestly, it turned out really nice, as well as the black gum. That is some fabulous material. I have 2 10-inch 1x's over here that is black gum that we're going to trim up. And when that stuff is clean, that really looks nice. Still have some of our 5x5s that we have to carry up to the build. But it is going good, guys. We're just about to start wrapping that project up. I've also taken the time this morning to get all this stuff sorted out. so we can get them into individual piles. So these are 14-foot 1x8s, and we also have what we just milled down there at 9 feet in length. Makes it a little easier to have it sorted and know how many of these we either need to make or take with us when we go to the build site. Well, alright guys, it's nice to get through our wood pile, determine what we still need to cut, as well as get everything cleaned up and get it to the same size of material, so when we do get it to the build site we're not dealing with irregular sized boards, and it really does make the project go a lot faster. Now later this afternoon I'm going to attempt to haul as many of the 5x5s up to the cabin as we can. We have a rainstorm coming in and we are on a log road, so I don't want the mud to be a problem as we start hauling all of this weight back there. These 5x5s, 20 of these on a trailer is a load. So we have to watch the weight that we have as we go in, and we want to get this stuff back there and not have any problems. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's nice to be able to cut this stuff down exactly the way we need it, and the HM126 has done a great job for us. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you on the next one.